Well, hey everybody, here we are again. It's Q&A with Caps, and we're on a sort of a tight turnaround these next 3 weeks or 2 weeks now. But this sort of worked out that the high ratings we're going to get from this one is thanks to his win last week. But we got Clay Millican joining us. Thank you for coming in.
Man, I'm glad to be here. I tell you what, now I'm just going to say before we even get started, you know where I live, so my barbecue standards are pretty high.
I know. We are in Seattle. So I think we got, where's the name of this place? Jack's in Auburn. So if you come to the Seattle race, there's a little town called Auburn. Most of the teams stay hotel-wise, and there's a lot of good little restaurants and hangouts. And our team manager, Paul Mecca, went and picked it up. Since I'm staying at the track. You stay at the track or hotel?
Not this weekend.
Okay.
Not this weekend.
Well, that's what happens when you win, and you're wanted to do a lot of things. You have to fly around the country.
Including barbecue with Ron.
Well, congrats first.
Thank you. It was a heck of a weekend. It really, really was.
Dude, we got in a car to head to the airport to try to get out before the final, but we stopped in the parking lot. And, man, you could hear the crowd from the other end of the parking lot when you went across the finish line and won. It was pretty wild.
Man, what an amazing – I mean, it's sad, but what an amazing crowd. I mean, they definitely sent us out of there with a bang. I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that all 3 days. It was incredible, the amount of people. It was wild.
It was wild.
Almost felt like a rock star or a NASCAR driver. I'm not sure which.
You were, and you are. You're in that world too. Speaking of which, Rick Ware was not there.
Yeah. But
was that the first phone call you made at the other end, before the push-ups or after the push-ups?
To be honest, I didn't have my phone for like 2 hours. You know how it goes. Once I got separated from my phone, I didn't have it.
Yeah.
But the moment I got back to the trailer, obviously everybody had done called him, but I FaceTimed him. It's cool. That guy, he's already wide open all the time anyway, and super excitable kind of guy. And he was nonstop roaming around wherever he was at, whatever race he was at, just
bragging on you, I'm sure.
Telling everybody. I mean, it's been really fun.
Yeah, because they rained out, right? Because I flew home Sunday night, and I got to watch the Cup race on Monday morning, which was cool. And I was thinking how cool it was that he's strutting around, because all of them got rained, and I know all of our NASCAR teammates were watching the race on Fox. So that must have been cool for him to strut around a little bit.
I got to admit, and you know the deal, and a lot of you folks probably don't realize how excited we get when somebody cool sends us a text or you see something on social media.
Here's my question. Who was the coolest phone call or text message you got?
All right, I'm going to answer your
Vanilla
question.
Ice.
It wasn't Vanilla Ice.
Tom Cruise.
And it wasn't Tom Cruise, but it was a pretty good one. I got a social media shout out from Ryan Newman.
I saw it.
That was pretty cool.
That was
pretty cool.
That is
tons of great text messages. Mike Wallace was one.
And then Ryan went and won last night at SRX.
Exactly.
So see what you did?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. He was driving for Rick last weekend, or I guess last Monday, actually, and then he wins SRX, and that was pretty cool. Yeah. The messages are unbelievable. I got up Monday morning, and I had no text messages before the final because I'm pretty good about staying on top of the phone. And when I woke up Monday, I had 245. Most of the flight home was answering messages.
Well, I was there when you won Bristol.
Well, we were.
What year was that? We were
17.
17.
Yeah, we did that together.
Yeah, but you won. Like mine, and I can't remember who else. It didn't matter who. Alex Laughlin. Yeah. So that was. Nobody remembers who else won. Nobody remembers I won. Nobody remembers Alex won. It was your first win, and it was where else but Bristol could that have been?
It was that, I've won a few since then, but nothing will ever top that. I mean, I have said this over and over again that, I could go on a streak like Ed McCullough winning U.S. Nationals, but nothing will ever top that.
Yeah.
You and Beckman raced in the final, and there are things that y'all said to me
I don't remember that either.
Well, I mean, it was my
Clay
day.
Millican won. My whole brain is Clay Millican won.
It was my day. But y'all said some things to me that I'll never forget. And I ain't even going to get down that path because I'll start crying. But y'all were really cool. I mean, even Beckman, who had just lost by a few thousandths, he was amazing. And you actually, one of the first things you said, without completely going down that road, was nobody's going to know we won. You did say that, and you said some other stuff that it means a lot.
Yeah.
You kind of whispered the rest in my ear, and
sweet nothings.
It was sweet nothings. It really was, because I was definitely already bawling like a baby. So you just kind of had me,
That was awesome. What a day!
It was.
A lot of cool stuff happened that day. Well, so are you, okay, I know where you live, and I know that is a pretty good place to get barbecue there.
Yeah, it is.
So are you a rib guy, chicken? Do you like burnt ends, sausage?
Man, I like sausage. I like the pulled pork.
Yeah.
Ribs, I'm a little weird about, and here's the reason why. And I got dirty hands right now. I've been over there working on the car. They're messy.
Yeah.
I like a dry rib more.
But at home, when nobody else is around, are you a little better?
Yeah, I'm a little better.
You're not as much. I'm kind of the same way. In front of people, plus you get stuff in your teeth.
And it's like you need a wet wipe, gets all over your face and all that. But
okay, sausage.
Yeah.
Are you? Let's dig in a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not a spicy dude.
I
say this all the time.
I'm not either.
But our luck is one of these is going to be spicy.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul probably did that on purpose.
Oh yeah, he does like spicy.
He's a spicy guy.
So, being where you're from and all, what is your favorite type of sausage? Do you have a favorite type?
I just really like them all as long as they're not too spicy, to be honest with you. But
ooh, that's got stuff in it.
This has got a lot of stuff in it. I'm scared of this one.
This one's good if you want to go there. You don't have to. I always tell people I got to put a fire suit on, so I'm going to go eat something bizarro. Putting a fire suit on in the heat during the summer at a race is not the thing you want to do.
I'm not sure what's in that, but that's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go there.
It's actually pretty good. I'm going to tell the truth. I think it's like some kind of cheese in there. It's pretty dang good.
Yeah. Oh, it is, huh?
Yeah. All right. I'm going to try this other one here.
All right. Ooh, it's a little bit spicy,
a little
but it's
bit
good.
Spicy,
not bad.
But not too much.
No.
Not overly spicy. I don't know.
All right.
Is it cheese?
That is good.
Is that what it is?
Well, it is cheese.
It's different.
So you and the wife are going to go to dinner at any given race. Let's say tonight you're staying Auburn or Kent or somewhere.
Yep,
I'm
Auburn.
Sure, right?
Yep.
Where do you go? Like, what's your wife like? Is there a chain? A certain chain? Yes. I run into you all the time when I would go out. It was either Applebee's, Outback, usually Outback, probably, right?
Yep. I'm a steak and potatoes guy. And in case y'all that are watching don't know, I'm from near Memphis, Tennessee. So lots of barbecue there. But I'm a steak and potato guy, hands down. Donna likes seafood, and I do not. But I usually I can get away with Outback because they have shrimp.
They got everything.
They got shrimp,
I'm an Outback special.
Me too.
Sweet potato.
I'm out on the sweet potato.
No?
Yeah.
No butter.
Yep.
And their house salad. But my other go-to now at Outback has been their salmon.
Really?
Like a lot of races, I'll go order it when I'm leaving the pit area.
Yeah.
And I'll order it online. I'll pick it up, take it to my hotel room.
Yeah.
If she likes seafood, salmon,
she does.
You got a good salmon at Outback.
So I'm the
Outback so much.
I'm the small man. We're gonna need a deal from Outback. I'm the Outback special small. Well done. People usually make fun of me. Well done. Like a hockey puck.
You don't look like a well done guy.
I know. And I want the baked potato with nothing on it except butter. And I love their chopped salad with the blue cheese.
Yep, that is good.
Yeah, that's my Outback go-to.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So if you ever see him in Outback, you'll know what to buy him. So
that's pretty good too.
It is good. I'm gonna have to go pull pork here a little bit.
Yeah.
So what? I gotta ask. Like I know we all followed you, IHRA and all that. The whole Doug Zilla thing. Obviously, we're all friends now, and you're friends with Doug, and that was something we all watched happen. But it was so, that whole run of IHRA wins and championships you did, it was just, you made a mockery of everybody over there. And did you get spoiled a little bit? I mean,
100%.
I know you always want to come race NHRA more, but did you feel like you would get to the track sometime? Tony Schumacher, my old teammate for a long time at DSR, with him and Alan Johnson. You remember those days? Yeah. It was like, why even show up sometimes?
Yeah. I 100% knew what we were doing was special. You know what I mean? Like I bracket raced for years, and I know you're not supposed to win the way we won. Yeah. I mean, we went an entire season and went to every final round, won them all but one.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I mean, you and Clover, it was you know him. It's the car. It's got to run a certain amount of time. You guys just had a thing you clicked.
Yes.
And you watched that throughout the periods of time. Austin Coyle and Forrest, Tony Schumacher, Alan Johnson, and you and Clover. I mean, throughout those years were just like a bracket car, like you said.
And it was special. Like I say, I know that's not supposed to happen. I mean, so we did IHRA for 7 years, And the first year of my Top Fuel career, I finished second in points by less than a round. It was 7-point separation to keep me from winning 7 straight. But to put that a little bit in perspective, and I'm horrible with stats, but typically IHRA had 10 to 12 races per season. So in 7 seasons, I won 51 national events and 6 straight world championships. And a lot of people, they're like, okay, you know, especially your audience, and I'm not knocking you at all. I mean, I get this myself. Well, how come you couldn't do that in NHRA? Well, during that magical run, we were paid to race in the IHRA. And there was one season, I think it was, I'm going to say 04, 05. Again, I'm horrible with stats and history. But we went to the final round at 3 consecutive NHRA races. And we were handicapping ourselves on purpose because the IHRA limited you to 25 over on the supercharger, and the car actually had to weigh a little more. And they were on 85% nitro, where over here was 90. Well, we maintained that rule package even when we raced NHRA.
Gotcha.
But we went to 3 consecutive finals. I lost to Bernstein, smoked the tires. That was in Houston. The next one was Bristol. I lost to Schumacher, which everybody did. And then the third one was Atlanta, and I lost to Corey Mack. But we went to 3 consecutive final rounds. You know,
see,
so
the way I look at it is those tracks, not taking away what you guys, but
right.
you guys had to go down a little bit of more of a marginal racetrack, IHRA, than what the prep was where we were at.
Yep.
So, and again, John Force, Austin Coyle, throughout the dominance was match racing, and Austin could show up and go down I-5 out there.
Oh, 100%.
Right? So you guys had a great car. When you show up somewhere in the summertime, especially NHRA when you came over, you were going to be tough to beat. You were going to go down the track, which is what you got to do.
Yeah.
And you guys were pretty successful.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is good.
And I'm a pulled pork guy.
And he wasn't even hungry when he came over here. What's it called again? Jax? Jax in Auburn, Washington. Thank you, Jax, by the way.
That's pretty good.
So I got to ask a couple more questions. We'll let you get out of here. I know that win a race and you're wanted by everybody.
That's quite all right.
We were sitting here and Bruno Massel called and wanted to do an interview with him. So I said, I'll get him to you in 10 minutes.
Bruno can wait.
Yeah, Bruno can
This
wait.
is fun. Bruno don't bring food.
Yeah, that's a good shirt. Bruno don't bring food.
Yeah. He brings muscles.
He does bring muscles.
Yeah.
If you could change one thing, if you were the president of NHRA right now, give me one thing that you would change that just irks you. That you
Very first thing pops to mind, as soon as you said that, was we would have night races. Somewhere, somehow, we should race at night during the summer especially. I don't know why we don't do that.
Yep.
Saturday night.
All night racing.
Yes.
Not Sunday. The thing that kills me is the night racing, and then our guys have to get up and open up a 10 a.m. start on a Sunday morning. Yeah. That's the bad part because these guys, they need their sleep.
Yes.
But all night racing,
we need our sleep. We're getting old.
Yeah.
But I mean, 100% night race, like 2 qualifying runs, 3 qualifying runs on Friday, race on Saturday. And then if it rained, okay, we could race on Sunday. Glenn, I'm just going to direct this right to you, Mr. President. Look at what NASCAR's doing. We don't have to do the same thing we've been doing for the last 50 plus years.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that?
And our sport is cool at night.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the
probably
best.
The coolest.
It's the best. Nothing like nitro at night. Everybody knows that.
Okay, I mean, one more thing. Give me another one that you would change.
Well, I got to tell you where I would do it at. Bristol at night.
Yeah.
I mean, Bristol has such a NASCAR history of the Bristol night race.
Yeah.
Next year, Bristol at night is what we should do. Saturday night nitro. Man, how awesome would that be?
We need 2 races there anyway. They could, maybe we go back in the countdown later, but do a Bristol night race, like you said. All-star race.
I'm going to add to it. So, Glenn, then this is kind of, let's do it in conjunction somewhere with the NASCAR.
Yes. That was brought up by somebody. Somebody in NASCAR did mention that.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Years ago, I think they used to land some of the planes on the drag strip, right?
I think so.
But they don't do it anymore, so it's not like they would need that drag strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one, Glenn. Yeah. Listen up.
Yeah. Some of the other ones, I would be getting totally in the weeds on some of the rules that they're looking at for dragster chassis stuff, and that ain't no fun for y'all.
Oh, yeah. Dragsters.
Yeah. Hey, I know where you started.
Which, I know, yeah. I do want to go back. I want to race against you and Tony and Doug Paletta.
Exactly.
Have you ever been in a funny car?
I have not.
Warmed one up?
I have warmed up several nostalgia cars.
Never,
with the body down.
Never a fuel car.
Never a full-on fuel car. No.
Would you? Was it something you thought about?
So at one point, because I was in a spot in my career where like I was basically out of a ride, and I was given an offer, and I'm like, absolutely, I will do it. You know, I would do it.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to do it. I think it would be a hard transition if you go back and look and really listen to some of the things that Sean Langdon said of the differences.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I know it wouldn't be easy.
No.
You know, I know.
No, but you'd be fine.
I would do it, you know. Yeah. But as it turned out, and I'll tell you the name, it was Doug Stringer. So Doug Stringer, for y'all that don't know, I drove for him for the last 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it is. He actually worked on Jim Epler's funny car with Mike Clover as the crew chief.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so Doug at heart was a funny car guy. And so when it started coming about that maybe he wanted to go go racing, let me say that, he's like, will you drive a funny car? I'm like, absolutely. Because I didn't want to go back to driving a forklift. No, you know what I mean? No. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll drive one. And I said, but there's one thing you got to remember. And he's like, what's that? And I'm like, those bodies are like 70 grand a piece, and you need at least 3. Yeah. So that changed Doug's mind.
Everybody complains about this, you know, the dragster, this and that. It's like, yeah, there's a few extra things on a funny car. Yeah. But we don't have to hit our head on the wing walking around a dragster.
I don't either, because I'm short.
I'm shorter. It's give and take. Well, man, thank you. I know you're busy. And if you're hungry and you want to take some of this to go, I know the dragster guys, man, they all got to weigh like a, you know, what do you weigh?
140 pounds.
I used to be 140.
It's weird. I don't do anything, you know, people are like, you need to eat or whatever, you know, but I'm just this size. I don't do anything.
I see him in Outback all the time, so he eats, trust me.
Yeah, and it's genetics or whatever.
Hey,
same size since 8th grade. So I was normal size in 8th grade. Everybody else kept growing and I didn't. I wear the same size pants right now that I did in 8th grade, 29-32.
You still got your tuxedo?
I do. I do. It was a white one with a top hat and white gloves.
Did you have a mullet?
Of course.
Yeah.
With a mustache at one point.
You need a throwback picture.
I can find that
You need to put that next Thursday.
I can do that.
All right. Cars are firing up outside. We're getting ready to qualify. Thank you so much for joining us. And congrats on the win.
Thank you.
So cool. And we'll see you guys Q&A with Cap Sonoma just a few more days. Look forward to it. See ya.
Thank you.